Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible say. Mary's boy child Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a king was born today. Man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day.
Hi, I'm Renée Gourmet Goddess, and today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful Christmas glazed ham. Now, a great tip to ensure you have a delicious glazed ham is to start with a double smoked ham. This is going to give you that extra smoky flavour. This one's just under 5 kilos and it's a nice size to fit in my oven, and my family's not too big, so I'm going to go for this one, but you can absolutely go for a whole leg if you like. So I'm just going to take off the little sleeve here and show you the piece of meat. Now what we're looking for is to remove this skin, okay? But we're going to keep the fat. So we're going to give it a nice trim around the leg to remove all of the skin, but ensuring we keep that beautiful fat because that will glaze in the oven and give us a really beautiful juicy result. Alright, so to tackle this guy, what you need to do is first of all just cut halfway around the ham. Okay, so we're just going to gently ease the knife along the side there. Just nice and gentle, there we go. And now we'll do the other side. Just nice gentle pressure all the way around. Now, the next thing you want to do is just peel away the skin from the fat there. So you can run a knife along here first, just to make the break from the skin. And if you don't like a lot of fat on your glazed ham, you can dig in a little bit deeper, but I do like the fat. It gives you a nice moist result. So just run your knife along there, then get your fingers in there and just separate that skin away from the ham. Just like that. And away it comes nice and easily.
Now Joseph and his wife Mary came to Bethlehem that night.
Okay, so we've skinned our ham, and now the next step is making a lovely crisscross diamond shape across the ham with our knife. So just being careful not to cut too deep into the meat. We just want to essentially score the fat, okay? So just gently run the knife through the ham, nice even lengths apart, just nice and gentle, and rock the knife and slide at the same time across the shape of the ham. Beautiful. Okay, that's one side, and just flip it over and do the other. Now our ham's ready for glazing, so we'll pop it on a lined tray and make sure the tray and the ham will fit in your oven before you get too carried away. Very important. So, to make our beautiful glaze today, I'm combining the beautiful Pucara Estate macadamia nut and chili dukkha with some Pucara Estate capsicum and chili jam. That's a lovely jam, sort of more on the savoury scale rather than sweet, and it's very capsicum driven with a little bit of chili. And we're going to use some beautiful vanilla and cinnamon balsamic vinegar from Pucara Estate. That is just like Christmas, that one to me. And we've got some beautiful verjuice as well. Some glazed ham recipes will call for a citrus juice, so maybe a clementine juice, orange juice, lemon juice, lime juice. But I'm going to stick with the verjuice as it's a beautiful grape juice, completely natural and not too sweet. It's going to give a lovely gentle acid to our beautiful glaze mix. Okay, so we're going to take a good splash, about a tablespoon of the verjuice, maybe 2, into a little jug. Then we've got 2 tablespoons of the vanilla and cinnamon balsamic vinegar. In that goes. We've got our 2 tablespoons of capsicum and chili jam. Let's It's going to give us a beautiful glaze and colour on the ham. And these I'm going to use a little bit later. So we've got the dukkha, about 2 tablespoons, maybe a bit extra, and some lovely cloves. So we're going to use that to stud the ham. Okay, so those ingredients, I'm just going to give that a really quick little combine. As you're cooking, it's always good to have a little taste and see how the flavours balance up. You'll know if it's not salty enough or not sweet enough. Let's just have a little taste. I think that balance is just perfect. We've got the sweetness coming through from the vanilla and cinnamon balsamic with that little zing. We've got that beautiful, gentle, citrusy kind of appley fresh flavour coming through from the verges. And that lovely hint of capsicum and chili jam. Oh, this is going to be an amazing ham. Okay. We've got our brush and our pouring jug. So we'll just start gently with a little bit pouring on there and just give it a little hand, brushing it around. It doesn't have to be super neat, and it is going to make a real mess of your tray, so don't worry too much about it being perfect at this stage. Just really try and get that glaze in between all of the incisions you've made there in the fat. And don't use all of the glaze. We're going to top up our mix halfway through the cooking. So at this point your oven should be preheated to 180 degrees. And now that we've finished brushing on all that glaze, we're going to pop on some of our dukkha and stud in our little cloves. So cloves are a very personal thing. Some people like them, some people don't. I think the taste of cloves are like Christmas, so I like to use them. Just find the crisscross point with your incisions and pop them in your ham. It does look quite pretty too. It really does set off the presentation. Now the last step is to just get a little bit of dukkha and sprinkle that on top. Now, I love this dukkha because we've got some beautiful chunks of macadamia nut in here. And macadamias are a little bit of Australia really, aren't they? So it's going to give us that lovely Australian hint to our Christmas ham. Alright, so our dukkha's on. Looking lovely, and I tell you what, my guests were going to be fighting over these little macadamia chunks. So we're going to get a little buzz of chili coming through with that lovely capsicum and chili jam, and also with the macadamia and chili dukkha. It's not going to be very strong, it's just going to be a nice little gentle buzz. Just create a little bit of excitement to compare with the traditional baked ham. Right, looking beautiful. We're going to have a lovely crust out of this one. So I'm going to pop it in the oven, 180 for 40 minutes, and then I'll bring it out and we'll do a little bit more glazing. So while the baked ham's in the oven, glazing away and smelling wonderful, I'm just going to prepare some simple baked vegetables. So get yourself some beautiful kipfel potatoes. I like the kipflers because they're really nice and nutty and they hold their shape really, really well. So they're beautiful for baking. Now I love to bake with olive oil, and there are some beautiful flavours from the Pucara Estate range that you can use for baking with your potatoes. I, in particular, like the citrus oils, so the lime flavoured extra virgin olive oil and the lemon flavoured extra virgin oil. As you'll see, I've got a tin of lemon here in my kitchen. I use it that much. But today I'm going to use the lime oil because I think that will complement our baked ham really nicely. So I'm just going to give a nice splash of the lime oil. Here we go. And I've got some beautiful smoked salt and pepper salt flakes. Now this salt is actually a Murray River salt, so an Australian salt, and you'll see by the profile of the salt it's really fine and beautiful light flakes. Really nice as a finishing salt and a cooking salt. So I'm just going to pop that over the potatoes. And the smell of the salt is just beautiful. It's actually smoked with the olive wood from the olive grove at Picara Estate. So it's a really beautiful fruity woodiness you get. Okay, so we've salt and peppered our potatoes. Now we'll just give them a nice little toss around. So this will go in the oven for about 40 to 50 minutes. And then we're going to add in our beautiful fresh baby carrots for the last 15 minutes, and then that will come out together with our beautiful glazed ham. So it's time to get our glazed ham out of the oven and see how things are going. It's been 40 minutes, so let's go and have a look. Looking good. Alright, so that leftover glaze that we had from before, we're just going to pop that over the ham and give that another lovely baste there. And don't worry if any of the nuts and seeds fall off, we can always pop a few more on. This is smelling absolutely gorgeous. You've got the lovely sweet caramelization going on from the beautiful vanilla and cinnamon balsamic vinegar. So you're getting that smell of Christmas from the vanilla, the cinnamon and the cloves that are studded in the ham. We're also getting that lovely capsicum and chili jam smell coming through. So that's number 2 glazing done. Now back in the oven for another 40 minutes.
In a stable all forlorn, and in a manger cold and dark, the little boy was born. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a king was born today.
Okay, now I've topped my beautiful baby carrots and given them a wash. I'm just going to pop them into a baking tray. Nice and snug there. Now, instead of using honey for these carrots, you can use our beautiful verjuice. So this will give the carrots a nice little glaze and a lovely sweetness when they're cooking in the oven. So they'll just go in for the last 15 minutes with the potatoes, and of course add a bit more of this beautiful olive wood and pepper smoked salt. Okay, lovely. Give it a toss. A massage there in the verjuice. Oh, that smells so good. Beats honey any day, I reckon.
Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a king was born today.
Beautiful baked ham.
Forevermore, because of Christmas Day.
Okay, now see all these lovely juices in the pan. Let's keep that to one side because that's going to be a beautiful little drizzle that we can put next to the ham when we serve it. And I can tell you this smells incredible. It really does smell like Christmas in here. Lovely. That's the sort of stuff we do not want to throw out. It tastes amazing. I'm even going to pick up the baking paper. You can see it's just caramelized and it's nice and sticky. Look at that. Yum! So I'll just grab a little bit extra and keep that to one side as well. Beautiful. Alright, carving a ham. I'm definitely not an expert at this, but I'll show you a couple of tips I've learned. First of all, it's important to understand where the bone is. So, we have a bone right here, and it's running all the way down this side of the half leg of ham, okay? So what we can do, as you'll see here, if we were to divide this ham in half, we can take some nice long strokes down this part of the ham. Alright, so we've got our beautiful ham ready to present to the table. And now it's time to get roast potatoes and roast carrot. Oh, look at those kipplers, they just look gorgeous. And I can smell that lovely lime oil. And our beautiful verjuice carrots, and they smell super, super sweet. I'm just jiggling that in the verjuice. And we are ready to serve and have a beautiful Christmas feast. Bon appetit!
Hark now, hear the angels sing, a king was born today. Man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day.